Zach
I need
Plant
to
started
go, but
using
somehow
marijuana
just
to ease the stress in his life.
like I would much rather be high than be sober.
Months later, he entered the hospital for cannabis-induced psychosis because his marijuana use led Zach to lose touch with reality while experiencing hallucinations, delusions, and paranoia.
I had, thoughts of other people wanting to hurt me, thoughts of the only way of, being safe was to end my own life.
While his symptoms didn't last, doctors gave Zach a warning.
If you smoke marijuana again, there's a chance that you don't come out of psychosis. You go back into it, and your brain may never recover.
Up until about 20 years ago, most marijuana contained comparatively low levels of THC, the ingredient that makes users high. Now that concentration can be 10 times greater, 30% THC, and in some cases, much more.
You can go to a gas station now, where I live, and you will find a vape pen that has, we call them carts, or dab pens, and it will have like 50 times the potency of just smoking regular marijuana.
New research shows today's high-potency marijuana can be directly linked to a greater risk of mental illness and addiction.
Marijuana-induced psychosis and marijuana-induced schizophrenia is the single most well-replicated finding in schizophrenia research today.
And this super strong pot is widely available.
Illegal pot shops are dedicated to selling very potent products. The only caveat to that is that the drugs on the street can have fentanyl laced in on occasion, which is obviously can be fatal.
So far, 37 states have legalized medical marijuana. In 19 of those states, recreational use is also legal. All of this rakes in billions of tax dollars for those state and local governments. Senator Chuck Schumer wants this to go national and introduced legislation in July to federally decriminalize marijuana and establish a federal cannabis tax.
We are taking steps in the Senate to right the wrongs of the failed war on drugs.
Yet many believe we need to revive this battle now more than ever.
Legalizing or promoting marijuana is not a solution. It's a nightmare.
Aubrey Adams speaks from personal experience.
While I've witnessed THC psychosis in my own son, and my husband was hearing voices after using 24% THC flower.
The two tried it when it became legal in their home state of Colorado, not knowing how powerful it had become.
The THC content is increasing on purpose. The legal marijuana industry has to addict their users. So the more potent the product, the more risk they are of becoming addicted, just like the tobacco industry did.
Indeed, the CDC estimates 1/3 of today's pot users are addicted.
Probably the majority who are using daily are addicted because they're not just using once a day. Typically, they're using several times a day.
Which can interfere with normal life.
Can't get off work without doing it. Can't go into work without doing it.
Scientists say marijuana addiction can also hamper the development of children and young adults.
And interfere with them developing careers and completing degrees and things like that.
It's been 2 years since Zach suffered from marijuana-induced psychosis, and he's doing great. He's glad to be off the drug and recommends others steer clear of it too.
For me, it was detrimental, and I don't think anybody can really know if it will have that effect on them, and so it's very risky to do.
Lorie Johnson, CBN News.